everyone, and welcome back to your daily English dose. This is the channel where we learn English by understanding the important news happening around us. Today, we have a very big and important story. We are talking about Amazon. We all know Amazon. Many of us use it almost every day for shopping. But today's story isn't about shopping. It's about jobs. In late October 2025, Amazon announced a plan for major job cuts. Job cuts means they are going to remove jobs from the company or lay off people. The number is very big, up to 30,000 jobs. This is a huge number of people. It is the biggest job cut in Amazon's history for this specific part of the company. These are corporate jobs. What does corporate mean? It's a simple word for jobs in an office, not in a factory or a store. These are not the people working in the big warehouses packing your boxes. These are the people working in offices, the managers, the people in marketing, and the tech developers. But here is the strange part, the paradox. A paradox is a situation that seems strange because it has two opposite facts. At the same time Amazon is laying off 30,000 office workers, it is hiring 250,000 new workers for the holiday season. These new jobs are in the warehouses. So Amazon is firing 30,000 office workers, but hiring 250,000 warehouse workers. Why is this happening? Let's dive in, explore the reasons, and find out what this means for all of us. Let's start with our first everyday English check. Our first word is layoff, or job cut. A layoff is when a company ends a worker's job, usually because the company needs to save money, not because the worker did something bad. For example, there were many layoffs at the car factory. The verb is to lay off. The company plans to lay off 100 people. Our second word is hire. This is the opposite of a layoff. To hire someone means to give them a job. For example, they are hiring many new people for the holidays. Or, my sister was hired by a big company. So why is Amazon making these big cuts to its office staff? There are two main reasons. The first and most important reason is AI. AI means artificial intelligence. You probably know AI. It's the technology that allows computers to think, learn, and do tasks like humans. Amazon's CEO, Andy Jassy, said that we are now in the age of AI. This means AI is changing everything, including jobs. Many of the corporate or office jobs are jobs that I can now do better or faster. These are often repetitive jobs, meaning jobs where you do the same thing many times. AI is very good at repetitive tasks. Let's look at a clear example. The advertising department. Before, Amazon needed many people to create ads. They needed people to write text, design images, and make videos for all the products on the website. Now, new AI, called Generative AI, can do this. AI can create thousands of different images and ad texts in just a few seconds. It is much cheaper and much more efficient. Because of this, Amazon cut thousands of jobs in its advertising division. Here is another example: customer service. When you have a problem with your Amazon order, you might talk to a chatbot. That chatbot is AI. As AI gets smarter and smarter, it can answer more difficult questions and solve more problems. This means Amazon needs fewer human customer service workers to answer the phones or reply to emails. AI is taking over these white-collar or office jobs. Let's have our second everyday English check. Our first word is task. A task is a piece of work that you need to do. It's a great simple word. For example, my first task today is to check my emails, or cleaning the whole house is a difficult task. Our second word is efficient. This is a great adjective. If something is efficient, it works well and quickly, without wasting time, money, or energy. For example, AI is very efficient at doing simple tasks. Or, my new washing machine is very energy efficient. There is a second big reason for the layoffs. This reason is about the economy and a word called overhiring. Let's explain this simply. During the COVID-19 pandemic, from 2020 to 2022, almost everyone stayed home. And what did we all do? We shopped online. A lot. Amazon's business grew extremely fast. It was like a big bubble that kept getting bigger and bigger. Because they were growing so fast, Amazon hired too many people, Especially for office jobs, they overhired. Overhired means they hired more people than they really needed for the long term. Now the pandemic is over, and people are going back to shopping in physical stores again. Amazon's amazing growth is slowing down to a more normal level. The CEO, Andy Jassy, admitted this. He said, "We overhired. They had more office workers than they needed." At the same time, the economy is a bit uncertain or shaky. Prices for food and gas are high. This is called inflation. When the economy is uncertain, companies want to save money. People who invest in Amazon, called investors, want the company to be more profitable. Profitable means making more money than you spend. So Amazon is cutting jobs to reduce costs, save money, and make its investors happy. This is a correction after hiring too many people during the pandemic. Let's do our third everyday English check. Our word is the prefix over. This is not a full word, but it's a part you add to the beginning of other words. Over means too much. It's super useful. For example, overhired means hired too many people. Overeat means eat too much. Oversleep means sleep too long. Overworked means worked too much. Our second word is profitable. This is an adjective. If a business is profitable, it is making more money than it spends. It's making a profit. My small coffee shop is finally profitable. Or, they hope the new product will be very profitable. So we have two big reasons. AI is replacing jobs, and the company overhired. But there is one more part to this story. It's the bigger picture. It's about a big AI war. This involves Amazon's most important division, AWS. AWS means Amazon Web Services. You might not buy things from AWS directly, but many of your favorite apps and websites, like Netflix, Airbnb, and maybe even your company's website, use AWS. It is the cloud. The cloud is just a powerful network of computers that other companies pay to use. AWS is Amazon's profit engine. It makes most of Amazon's money. But AWS has big competition. The competition is from Microsoft and Google. Microsoft has its own cloud called Azure, and Google has its Google Cloud. Right now, these three giant companies are in a huge AI war. They are all racing to build the biggest, smartest, and best AI. This race is very expensive. Building these big AI models, like the ones that power ChatGPT or Amazon's own AI, costs billions of dollars. It requires special computer chips and a lot of electricity. So where does Amazon get this money? They are trimming the fat. This means they are cutting costs in other parts of the company, like the 30,000 corporate jobs, so they can use that money to invest in the AI war. They believe winning the AI war is the most important thing for their future. Let's have our fourth everyday English check. Our first word is competition. This is a noun. Competition is a situation where companies or people are trying to be more successful than each other. There is a lot of competition between Nike and Adidas. Or, I won the spelling competition at school. The verb is to compete. Our second phrase is an idiom, trim the fat. This means to remove the parts of something that are not necessary, to save money or make it more efficient. Imagine trimming the extra fat off a piece of meat. Our family needs to trim the fat on our monthly spending. Or, the company is trimming the fat by cutting old projects. Next, we will move to the fourth section, the AI war and the bigger picture. You might be asking, why cut 30,000 jobs now? The third reason is about a bigger strategy. It's about winning the AI war. This involves Amazon's most important division, AWS. AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. You might not buy things from AWS directly, but many of your favorite apps and websites, like Netflix, Airbnb, and maybe even your company's website, run on AWS. It is the cloud. The cloud is just a powerful network of computers that other companies pay to use. AWS is Amazon's profit engine. It's the part of the company that makes most of its money. But AWS has big competition. The competition is from Microsoft and Google. Microsoft has its own cloud called Azure, and Google has its Google Cloud. Right now, these three giant companies are in a huge AI war. They are all racing to build the biggest, smartest, and best AI services for other businesses. This race is very expensive. Building these big AI models, like the ones that powered ChatGPT or Amazon's own AI, costs billions and billions of dollars. It requires special computer chips and a huge amount of electricity. So where does Amazon get this money? They are trimming the fat. This means they are cutting costs in other parts of the company, like the 30,000 corporate jobs, so they can use that money to invest in the AI war. They believe winning the AI war is the most important thing for their future. The 30,000 job cuts are, in part, a way to fund this very expensive race for AI dominance. Let's have our fourth everyday English check. Our first word is competition. This is a noun. Competition is a situation where companies or people are trying to be more successful than each other. There is a lot of competition between Nike and Adidas, or I won the spelling competition at school. The verb is to compete. The two companies compete for customers. Our second phrase is an idiom, trim the fat. This means to remove the parts of something that are not necessary, to save money or make it more efficient. Imagine trimming the extra fat off a piece of meat. Our family needs to trim the fat on our monthly spending. Or, the company is trimming the fat by cutting projects that don't make money. Finally, let's talk about the human cost. This means thinking about the 30,000 real people who are losing their jobs. These white-collar workers, the managers, the tech workers, and the marketers, are now facing a very difficult and anxious or worried time. Many of them said they felt blindsided. To be blindsided means you are completely surprised by something bad that you did not expect. It's like being hit from your blind side where you can't see. She was blindsided by the news that the company was closing. This is not just happening at Amazon. Google, Microsoft, and Meta, the company that owns Facebook and Instagram, have also had big layoffs. This story shows us a few big, important things. First, it shows the strange situation at Amazon, hiring 250,000 warehouse workers while firing 30,000 office workers. This shows that the company sees these two types of workers very differently. Warehouse jobs are seasonal and flexible. The corporate jobs were seen as stable, but now they are also being cut. Second, this story shows that the AI revolution is not something in the distant future. It is happening right now. AI is already changing the job market in a very big way. The old idea of a stable tech job or a safe office job might be changing forever. The lesson for all of us is that we must continue to learn new skills. We must be ready to adapt. To adapt means to change your behavior or ideas to fit a new situation. We must all think about how I will change our jobs and be ready for that change. Let's do our final everyday English check. Our first word is blindsided. This is a great word for expressing surprise. It's very emotional. He was completely blindsided when his best friend moved away. Our second word is adapt. This is a very important verb. It can be difficult to adapt to a new country, or animals must adapt to their environment to survive. In our story, it means workers must adapt to a world with more AI. What a big story. It's a little scary, but also very important to understand. Learning about it in English helps you understand the news and learn important words for the modern world. Remember the everyday English we learned today. Layoff, hire, task, efficient. The prefix over, profitable, competition, trim the fat, blindsided, and adapt. Thank you for joining us on your daily English dose. If this story helped you learn some new English, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps our channel. What do you think about this news? Are you worried about AI and jobs? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And please suggest other news stories you want to learn about. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Until next time, keep practicing, stay curious, and keep learning. Bye for now.